This must be stopped. Joel Embiid is getting away with a lot of dirty plays right now, and we have to break this down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video as we always do. And quick disclaimer, I think it's so uneducated to start saying that a player is dirty because your player happened to get injured in some mix-up or something. But this is out of hand, and it absolutely is dirty play from Joel Embiid. And we're going to take a deep dive into it. And I'm going to show you guys why not to trust the process.
I trust you.
So let's do this. If you look here, as we all saw this play, Joel Embiid grabbed Mitchell Robinson's ankle as Mitch went up to jump to take a layup. Now, Mitch was not only fouled, this was a flagrant one. It should have been a flagrant two, and there's a few reasons why it wasn't a flagrant two. Reason number one, Joel Embiid is one of the biggest names in basketball and the reigning MVP on a Philadelphia 76ers team that is down 2-0. If Philly was up 2-0, then yeah, Embiid may have gotten tossed, but also it was in Philadelphia. And since it was in Philadelphia, fans paid to see Embiid play, and the NBA doesn't want to lose money, so they protected Joel Embiid, despite the fact that he did something with malicious intent that could have severely injured a player, and that absolutely calls for a flagrant 2 foul. Embiid should have been out of that game, which would have led the Knicks to winning because Joel Embiid completely carried the 76ers like he has for the last, I don't know, ever. And if you continue to look, Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart were upset with this. DiVincenzo said that it was a dirty play, and Josh Hart said, I'm all for tough fouls or playoff fouls, but that's something that can put a guy out for a significant amount of time. It's a reckless play. Now, they're right. And I'm not just saying this because I'm obviously a Knicks fan. I'm saying this because what Joel Embiid was doing was genuinely dangerous. Absolutely, that was malicious intent. He tried to injure Mitchell Robinson. He would have been fine if Mitchell Robinson got injured, and guess what happened? Mitchell Robinson got injured. He sprained his ankle, and the Knicks are very lucky that he just sprained his ankle, because when you jump and someone's pulling your leg down, there's so many muscles in your leg that you could tear. There's so many dislocations that could happen. But no, Joel Embiid doesn't think before he does anything. He doesn't care. Joel Embiid does not care about the well-being of other people. He does not care. Now, again, I think it's really uneducated to go out here and start saying stuff like this, like, oh, this guy's a dirty player, and especially for me to go out and make a whole YouTube video on Joel Embiid being a dirty player. But it's so egregious. I mean, there's plays. The one where Joel Embiid was setting that screen, and then he used his ass to bump into OG Anunoby, sending OG flying to the ground. I'll be honest, that is playoff intensity. That is not a dirty play. It's a little dirty, but it's not something that... It should be a regular foul, I think, but it shouldn't be anything more. That is playoff intensity. He didn't just, try to trip OG. He literally bumped him with his ass, and I think doing that should be not a flagrant one, should be a regular foul, but nothing more, because it's playoffs. In the regular season, yeah, call that a flagrant, whatever. So I'm not out here saying that everything Joel Embiid's doing is dirty and that he's a terrible human being who's a secret serial killer. He's none of those things. Joel Embiid was laughing during the game, partially because his team was winning and because he was having the greatest game he's ever had in the playoffs by a country mile. But still, he was having some fun with it. And I'm not trying to defend Joel Embiid here, but if we look at it, it's not like every play he's making is dirty, but he is making dirty plays, and it is absolutely with malicious intent. He should have been tossed from that game, and now he's going to play Game 4. He's going to do the same thing because he got away with it, and a Knick could get injured. So the Knicks have two options. One, you fight back, and you send in Jericho Sims to purposely injure Joel Embiid and risk the health and safety of Joel Embiid because 76ers fans are probably going to try to kill him. Or you just go out there, you play the best basketball that you've ever played before, you beat the 76ers on their home turf, and then you laugh them off the court, you go back to MSG, you win Game 5, and then boom, you don't have to think about the Philadelphia 76ers for months, and once they come back, is Joel Embiid even really going to stick around on that team? I don't know. I think he's perfect there for a nasty group like them. I mean, he fits the mindset of anyone who's ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and thought, hey, I'd like to be Mac from that show. If you get that reference, you're cool. Even though we're not a fan of Philadelphia right now. But Tom Thibodeau, when talking about this, said that which one with the flagrant fouls? The one they called or the one they didn't call? Just want to make sure we have clarity on that. I have never seen Tom Thibodeau this pissed before. No matter what you feel about Tom Thibodeau, and I think almost entirely we're all on board with him at this point, that man rides for his players no matter what. Those are his proverbial children. The man is absolutely going to ride for his guys. We saw it here, which was absolutely beautiful. And I'm still concerned about Mitchell Robinson a lot. But there is something that will come out of this. For instance, Precious Achiuwa has held 76ers players to 2 for 8 shooting as the primary defender in Game 3, his first game in the series. So there's hope. There's hope that even if Mitch is out, the Knicks can still do their thing. As we know, Precious is just better than Giannis, or he's the next Giannis. He's better than Bam. That's some Precious propaganda for y'all going into this one. If you look here, Embiid wasn't alone. Dante DiVincenzo got slapped in the face almost instantly in the game by Kyle Lowry. Then he went 0 for 3 from 3 and didn't play as much as the rest of the guys because he couldn't see correctly. And as Joel Embiid put it, they want to bring the physicality. We can get physical too, and we are. So, I mean, it kind of goes both ways. I get bumped all over the place, and I just keep playing. Joel, when you get bumped all over the place, dude, you're 300 pounds, and you're falling. You took a 3 and no one touched you, and you started jumping in the air like an absolute lunatic. You looked like you escaped a mental institution the way that you were doing that. Like, Joel Embiid whines and cries over every single thing, and then goes out there and grabs Mitchell Robinson and tries to injure him, and is just fouling people all over the place, but it doesn't get called. Why? Because what Andre Iguodala said. If it's an intense series and you're up in that series by a few games, you're going to have to win one of those games by 15 to win it by 5. And he's right. The Knicks didn't get the good end of the calls. Joel Embiid shot more free throws than the New York Knicks roster last night. And Emmanuel quickly jumped in and talked about it. Our GOAT, even though he's up in Toronto. When he was asked by Michelle Beadle, would you agree that Joel Embiid foul on Mitchell Robinson was dirty? And he said, I ain't trying to get fined, but if that was anyone else, I don't know if he'd get the same call. Shout out, Manny. That dude is always my guy, despite the fact that he smoked me in 2K. But, look, Tyrese Maxey's one of his good friends. Quickly didn't have to come back up the team that traded him away to a team that's not good. He didn't have to do that. He did it because of 2 things. One, he's from that Thibodeau mold. He rides for his guys. I mean, he's still good friends with a lot of the guys on the team. You build friendships in the NBA that last even after you get traded. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart both talked about when RJ and IQ got traded, and they were really sad about it because they're like, those are our friends. Like, it sucks. Like, we're not going to get to hang out as much anymore. And obviously that's no malice towards OG and Precious because they're just actually GOAT 1 and GOAT 2. But, like, you know, it's still a bummer. And IQ came out there and was just the man about this, especially when considering one of his best friends on the planet and Tyrese Maxey is on the 76ers. IQ still riding for his guys. Look, there's a million things we could say about this. We could go out here and be like, okay, the 76ers are a dirty team, and we could just do what the 76ers fans do and whine about it for a while and be like, oh, this isn't fair. Or we could just do what New York does. We could accept the fact that they're playing dirty, and if they're going to play dirty, we give it back. Just give it back in spades. Just do the same thing. Play physical. I mean, I'm not saying grab Joel Embiid's foot when he shoots a layup and try to injure him, because I think anyone who tries to do that, even in the heat of the moment, is just an ass. But, like, you know, if you're going to foul someone, and Joel Embiid is going to get fouled. He's going to get fouled regardless for the rest of the series because Joel Embiid is as good at manipulating fouls as literally anyone in basketball. So, if you're going to foul Joel Embiid, make sure he doesn't hit the shot along with it. Go out there, and if Embiid's getting a foul, you make sure he missed. You make sure he leaves that game bumped and bruised. I'm not saying go out there and punch Embiid in the face. I'm definitely not saying go hurt his knee or anything like that. All I'm saying is if Embiid's going to get fouls anyway, earn that foul. Hurt him. Go out there. Give him some actual toughness. Don't do these titter-tatter fouls. I don't see the point of it. If Embiid wants to draw fouls, let him. because you're going to jump on those arms. You're going to smack those arms. You're going to give him bruises for him to earn those fouls. Don't let him get away with cheeky little fouls. Make him earn those trips to the free throw line. That is what New York does. And again, that sounds like I'm saying be dirty. I'm not saying that. I said this about Trae Young in 2021. If he's going to get to the line consistently, don't give him a chance to make those shots. Make sure that he's feeling it. Make him second guess drawing fouls because he's in pain from the last time he drew a foul and you went like that onto his forearm. There's no muscle on the forearm of any human being. One of these and it genuinely starts to hurt. Now imagine a professional athlete doing that to you where it's not me chopping my own arm thinking I'm about to go to the gym in 20 minutes so I don't want to injure myself. Imagine. That's going to hurt. Just foul hard if you're going to foul. Don't let Embiid get a foul and then let him make the shot. Foul him hard. Make him second guess wanting to get to that free throw line. It's all I'm saying. Again, don't play dirty because we can beat them without playing dirty. We won 2 games out of this series. We're going to win this series. We're better than them. Just don't let Embiid get free shots, especially after all the stuff he's done. Don't let it happen. Guys, I don't like to say this guy's a dirty player, this is that. I think Embiid made a dirty play. I think he's made 1 or 2 other ones. Does that mean he's a terrible person? No, Joel Embiid, for everything I've ever seen, seems like he's a good dude. He's got the competitive fire that's made him one of the best players in basketball. That's what happens when you're that competitive. You think Michael Jordan never did anything dirty? You think Kobe Bryant was always like a clean player? Hell no. You think Shaq wasn't doing anything dirty? I mean, I was going to say, like, remember that time that Karl Malone, like, almost killed somebody, but Karl Malone's actually a terrible person, so that's a little different. All my homies hate Karl Malone, and we wish nothing but terribleness on him. But, like, you know, don't let this be easy. Embiid is going to commit these fouls because he wants to win, and he's willing to hurt someone to do it. So don't let Embiid's life be easy just because you're afraid of someone getting injured on the Knicks. Do the opposite. But also, again, don't try to seriously injure the guy. Not the cool thing to do. I think it's uneducated for fans to say that this player's dirty, that player's dirty. I don't think Kyle Lowry's dirty for what he did, for hitting DiVincenzo in the eye. I don't think that was purposeful. I think he tried to foul him. I don't think he tried to hit him in the eye. The way DiVincenzo was moving, if Kyle Lowry aimed for the eye and actually got it, that would have been some really, really great marksmanship right there. So I'm not saying everyone's dirty, but they're playing really physical right now. Embiid is trying to hurt people out there. So you got to go back, and you can't let him get an easy foul call. You have to make him earn those free throw shots. So, guys, comment your thoughts down below. Do you hate Joel Embiid now? Do you hate Philadelphia 76ers? Do you hate Philadelphia? Honestly, I'm a Yankee fan, so I don't really care about the Philadelphia Phillies that much, unlike Mets fans. But now I kind of do. Now I kind of root against Bryce Harper for no exact reason at all. Outside of that, he plays in Philly. Never really liked the Eagles. I'm a Jets fan. I don't have reason to dislike the Eagles. Just don't like their vibe. The only good thing about Philadelphia is it's always sunny in Philadelphia. And that's a show about people in Philadelphia who are terrible human beings. So shout out the cast of that show because I know they're obviously watching this. Guys, have a great day. This was a long video. I had to get this rant out. Go Knicks.